Bojack Horseman is a show that came out of nowhere, and while not having the mainstream success of Stranger Things, it was a hit in its own right, proving that animated adult shows can be more than comedy schlock that most of them are. See Seth MacFarlane's entire TV career. Okay, fuck off, Orville, this one isn't about you, you're okay. I don't think anyone who saw the previews of the show thought that it'd be anywhere as good as it is, and they'd be right to think that. Like I said, most of the time, animated adult shows are comedies, and they're not good. Like, at all. But Bojack Horseman made its name off of making you feel things, and made its name off of being, quote, super sad and depressing and super good. But I have a problem. See, it all started when I was rewatching the show for the 5th time this year, trying to research why the show made me sad, for that reason and the clickbait title. And in season 1 already, I found my answer. If I can relate to Bojack, then, I mean, I'm relating to such a shitty person. What does that make me? But with that potential video topic out of the way, I continued watching the rest of the show, and around season 4, something happened. I started losing interest. And see, this hadn't happened before. In fact, the first time that I watched Bojack Horseman back in 2018, now of course the show wasn't out, I got to like season 2 and then stopped watching. And then the next time that I tried in 2019, I got to like season 3, maybe the beginning of season 4, and stopped watching. But it wasn't until the show was done in 2020 that I watched every single season from start to finish. Multiple times. But it came to me. It's not that the stories that were being told were bad in the later seasons. They're not. In fact, I think some of the weird artistic episodes, like the underwater one, or the women talking to each other about their work, or even the Ruthie episode, which is my favorite gut punch at the end of an episode ever. But honestly, I just started getting depressed. And it's kind of a meme to say that Bojack Horseman is sad. And I knew why it was sad, but I think that's why every time I watch the show, I start skipping episodes in season 4. Okay, I skipped the chicken one as well, because it's pretty dumb, and you don't need to watch it more than once. It's just world building, okay? I just want to see if the ending changes. If Bojack changes, and by some extension myself, if I change. I think being able to relate yourself to such a heinous character is what makes the show sad, and what makes me stop watching. It's because you see him in the beginning in season 1, and he's very, very relatable, but you remember that you're able to relate to him as shit gets worse. And you start to think to yourself, am I worse? Am I a bad person because I can relate to this person? I think Bojack Horseman is one of the best shows in television. It doesn't give you what you want. And especially in animation, that's an incredibly bold thing to do. See, in season 1, the show set the groundwork that this quote-unquote isn't a TV show. Everything isn't going to be fine at the end of 30 minutes. And things that happen in season 1, season 2, 3, and every season all lead to the final conclusion. This is a television show that they look at their own work and they're like, alright, how would this go in the real world? And it goes there. And it doesn't hold any punches. And like I said, that's incredibly bold and incredibly brave, because especially in animation, people want to see happy endings. We're so used to Disney giving us happy endings, DreamWorks giving us happy endings. Now, I don't know about anime or anything like that, but like, especially in the West, we're so used to the happy ending. And here, we don't get it. Honestly, I can't wait for the day that I don't need to skip over episodes in order to hope for a change, because at some point, I won't need to.
Mr. Blue, I told you that I love you, please believe me. Mr. Blue, I have to go now, darling, don't be angry. your